And we are live. What is going on, everybody? We are fucking live on the Friday Night Smashcast. It is me and Johnny White Trash.
Bopping the Strongbow.
So we should have more people on in a few, getting all the fucking shit set up.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah.
A term that shouldn't exist in 2014.
And Tater's here, so yay!
Yay! The one and only!
I'm having technical difficulties.
Well, that's good. You can clear up a rumor when Zombie gets here.
Yeah, if he gets here, I don't know. We've been busting his chops, dude. It goes on to Eddie's show, fucking busting his balls about that shit. It still cracked me the fuck up last week how Kobe actually spoke up. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
You move the camera angle on him and he talks more.
Oh, yeah.
And then he was passing out hardcore on the fucking...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude, he was pulling to me.
Well, that's what's funny is you get him on wrestling and, dude, you've got an active member to your hangout right there.
Yeah. And it was funny, though. Like, you know what, though? Like, that whole day, we were up at, what the fuck is it? Homosassa Springs. So we walked around all day. You know, it was pretty much on the road and walking around and shit like that. So he got his exercise in and then got sun on top of that because he didn't put fucking sunscreen on. And I'm like, Florida sun is, I was like, southern sun's completely different than northern sun, man. And I was like, you'll burn in 45 minutes. And since he just shaved his head that day, it was freshly bicked. And, yeah, that had to suck a lot for him. He was his head was pink that night. I was cracking the hell up.
Switch. Just a second here. Gotta get the kid set up with Netflix or the whole world will end.
No. Dude, they put Star Wars Clone Wars on there. The animated series, so I was thrilled shitless.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. They're not spicy. Oh. You gonna be like this all night? Okay, you got your headset on for a reason. I'm talking to my internet friends, you talk to your own internet friends.
Get your own internet friends.
Yeah, get your own internet friends. Wait, don't. On second thought.
They might be cooler than me. Damn it.
Well, no, I'm just sitting there thinking like, oh, my internet friends are middle-aged men.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll approve your internet friends. It's a scary place out there.
Yeah, it is, man. Especially when you find out your daughter's made like a fake Facebook page and has you blocked immediately.
Oh, yeah. I have... Mine hasn't hit that point yet, but I've had several cousins. But the funny thing is they would forget about me because on Facebook it was Johnny White Trash, so they would forget that I was family.
Mm-hmm.
And all it would take was I would just say one thing to the wife, like, oh, honey, geez, did you see that? Next thing you know, the whole family's fighting, and I'm just like, step away. I did nothing.
In this corner, we have Mom.
Yes.
Well, dude, it was funny as hell because... She literally just got her iPod taken away for good now. My wife.
Oh, for good.
For my wife.
For good, like that means not getting back.
Yeah. Not for a week or a month, forever.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. My wife snapped and
taken
was
without the intent to return.
Yeah. So I go on just for shits and giggles. I go on to Safari and I'm on her fucking Facebook page. I'm like, okay, well, we're gonna immediately unblock me because I know she has me blocked and has Jen blocked. So I added her as a friend. And then hid that from her. And I'm like, all right, because she has a completely different last name that she's using for some strange reason, and has lied about her age. And I'm looking and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna fucking hurt somebody. I'm gonna fucking kill somebody.
Oh, yes.
And I'm like, oh, and I'm like, you know what? She doesn't know I'm doing this. I can't be like, hey, why are you doing this?
Oh, yeah. How old?
She's fucking 13.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to say she's like 15. I'm like, ugh. I'm like, you gotta, like, I had to talk with her. I was like, look, there are people out there that have no problem trying to get with a 13-year-old.
Yes.
that are well over the age of like that are like
Hi,
my
I'm
age.
Chris Hansen.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know? Do you know why you're here?
I told her flat out. I was like,
Here to get some cookies. That's all I'm here for. I wanted some cookies. She said she had cookies, so cookies.
So yeah, like I'm trying
Yeah.
to like explain everything to her, and it's just like, oh my god, this is just going nowhere.
Oh yeah.
And she finally understands it now, but I'm just like, look, you can't be doing the shit you're doing. I was like, it'll be really fucking bad for you. And if somebody walked off with my kid, I'd fucking, I'd be going to jail. I know that. If I ever found the dude, they would definitely not be.
Yo, I hear you there.
I'd make sure they fucking live, and I'd make sure I'd say hi to them every fucking day.
Yeah.
That's after they come out for fucking like life support and bullshit like that. Oh my god! But so that that was that lovely debacle, and then now they have spring break. So it's like a week and a half of my kids being home. At least it's the older three where they can preoccupy themselves and shit.
That's in March down there.
Mm-hmm.
When is it here? When's Good Friday?
Right before
Easter.
Yeah, Good Friday is when their holiday starts here. It's from like Good Friday and then the next week off.
Yeah, that's what.
Last Wednesday was Ash Wednesday, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
You're supposed to give up stuff for Lent. That's all I know.
What's Lent?
It's a Catholic thing, I guess.
Yeah, where they get like the cross like in ashes on their forehead.
Yeah, that's Ash Wednesday, and you're supposed to give up something from that day until Easter.
Easter. Hold on, door.
I
want to get outside.
Well, I could give up salad.
Go, aren't you, cocksucker?
Because salad's not big on my priority list.
And there's Heisenberg just kind of toting along like, hey, I'm outside.
Yeah, so we decided for Lent I'm going to give up salad.
You're going to give up what?
Salad.
Salad? That's what one of the guys in my training class said.
And then usually a lot of it's like, a lot of people give up meat for Lent.
Oh.
No.
I gave up alcohol.
I gave up masturbation.
I could give up salad. That's about.
I gave up sex. Not like it's actually.
Oh, so you're married?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. That. I might get a steak today. I don't know.
Yeah, I cracked it. Well, actually, I got my steak in the blowjob, so it's all good.
Oh boy.
I was like, you know what day today is?
Does your wife know? No, I'm
yeah.
kidding.
She's like, I know what day it is. I'm like,
yes.
So I want to hear it. I got you stuff for Valentine's Day. She's like, I know.
I'm gonna tweet at my wife.
You know what day today is?
Friday. The 14th.
Yeah, and then oh my god, my wife is such a pain in the ass with shit, man. Like, she saw all my appointment cards out and just assumed that I had like doctor's appointments today. I mean, I have one every Friday or every day now at 2:15. I have to go for radiation. So It is what it is, shit like that. Well, she's like, you've got one at 3 o'clock today. I'm like, no, I don't. She's like, I'm telling you, you have an appointment at 3 o'clock. I'm like, I'm telling you, no, I fucking don't. You obviously aren't looking at the date. And she's like, no, you don't understand. I'm like, no, go look at the fucking day it is. And she's arguing with me over text message as I'm at my mom's house trying to pick the kids up. I'm like, why don't you just fucking call me? And she's like, oh, I thought you were at the doctor's office. I'm like, oh, yes, while I'm getting radiation treatment, I'm allowed to carry my cell phone.
Makes sense.
And she's just like, oh, yeah, well, I don't know. What do you? And I'm like, oh, my God. I'm like, yes, as they're pinpointing the tumor in my abdominal wall, I can sit there and be texting the whole time. Meanwhile, my arms are actually, like, stuck above my fucking head. Oh, my God, dude. So they called me up on Tuesday of this week, and they're like, look, we know you have your doctor's appointment, if you could come in a little bit early. I'm like, well, what's a little bit? Like, oh, like 10, 15 minutes early. You got to get x-rays done. I'm like, all right, cool. This 10 to 15 minutes turned out to be like an hour and a half.
Oh, jeez.
And what sucked about it was Cobe drove me over to the freaking doctor's office. So, you know, I'm like, all right, well, if I was like, all right, cool, I'll be in and out, you know, in like less than a half an hour. Sweet. And then I'm like, how long is this? Oh, it's going to be long. I'm like, you guys didn't specify that on the phone. They told me 15, 20 minutes. And she's like, yeah, no way in hell will it ever be done by that. I'm like, oh, my God. So for an hour and a half, I'm in this mold that my arms are pretty, like, it molds around, like, the upper half of my body. And I'm stuck like this, in this position, for an hour and a half with my arms above my fucking head. I'm like, you've got to be kidding. But I'm laying down the whole time.
But still.
But still, you're on a hard-ass fucking table the whole fucking time. My back's fucking hurting. I can't move. Because the pictures have to be, you know, like, it has to be dead on so they can get a perfect 3D image of the tumor so they can figure out what angles they're going to fucking hit it at. Oh, my God, dude. By the time I was done, like, my shoulders fucking slipped out of fucking joint. So they were fucking sore. And then my whole entire upper back fell asleep. My ass cheeks fell fucking asleep. My feet fell asleep. Like, anything that came in contact with the table just fucking fell asleep. I was just like, ah, fine. I'm like, am I done?
Y'all just like walking around like this.
Like, dude, they wouldn't even let me walk.
Wheelchair or something?
No, they made me sit at the table for like 20 minutes. Probably 5 minutes, but it felt like 20 fucking minutes.
Since you're already uncomfortable, why don't you continue to sit here for another...
I'm like doing one of these, like lifting a cheek, and they're like, what are you doing? I'm like, my butt cheeks fell asleep.
Yeah, I'm sitting on a metal table. What do you want me to do?
Like, I'm on a metal table. This is very uncomfortable. And they're like, oh. Like, finally, like, the pins and needles finally left my arms. I'm like, all right, cool. And I didn't realize my feet were asleep until I swung my leg back over to stand up, and all of a sudden it was like, I'm like, oh, I'm sitting down. And they're like, why? What happened? I'm like, my legs are asleep. I'm like, so asleep that, you know, when I went to stand up, it was like, oh my God, that hurts. Pins and needles in the bottom of my feet that, like, vibrated all the way up to my kneecaps. I'm just like, oh, this does not feel right. And then went to see the doctor, and apparently the doctor's like, you know, he walks in the room and then walks out. I'm like, what's going on here?
You just want, what's up?
So like another
get you later.
15 minutes goes by, and I'm like, you know, I have an appointment on Thursday. I'll just fucking come in and see him then. I'm like, fuck this shit. I'm not gonna wait here any fucking longer. Because Jeremy Cobe wanted to go do something, you know. He's got a thing for, I guess, stopping off at the Harley-Davidson dealers and buys a shirt wherever they go.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And when they travel. So he wanted to go up to the Harley dealer. And I had to get I wanted to get Titanfall that night. And I wanted to order in my my headset. Or at least I was going to get the adapter, and they didn't have the adapter, so I had to fucking order the whole headset.
Now, which headset are you getting?
Oh, I ended up picking them up. It's the X04s.
No, okay, yeah. That's... Now, if you, like, don't plug the mic in, you can still talk through your Kinect?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the reason I ask is because, you know, since I'm such a hardcore YouTuber there, you know, I'm having problem recording voice because it all comes through my TV, and then I get an echo. Not that my laptop can even freaking handle keeping the audio in sync anyway.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, if you're what are you using, an Elgato?
Yeah, Elgato on what do I got here? I think it's a 2nd gen i5.
Your best bet is to use, like, what mic do you have?
The Blue Yeti.
Plug that in and put it right by your mouth and fucking use it that way.
Yeti.
Yeah.
That's how you want to get your voice. That's how you want to get your voice commentaries, and then turn your TV all the way the volume all the way down, and play through both the headset and the fucking speakers, and that's how you'll hear everybody talk.
Can you set it up on the Xbox One to play through both? I haven't found it in the settings.
No, you can't. You have to have it play.
One.
You have to play it through the fucking. There's a tutorial on how to do it. I haven't even tried it yet.
Although I did figure something out last night all by myself. Because me and Josh were playing, we couldn't get party chat to work right, so we talked on Skype.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh, okay, so we talk on Skype, and I had to turn the overall game volume down just a bit to hear him better.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, oh, so the audio from the game doesn't duck out when you're having a Skype call.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm never entering party chat again.
You got to watch it though. If you do like, if you use the Xbox, what's it called? The recording when you're like Xbox.
Oh
record.
yeah, no, I won't touch that.
Because if you do that, it'll actually record the conversation you're doing over Skype.
Yeah.
And then if you upload it and it has any cursing in it,
Which it will.
yeah, Xbox can ban your fucking account.
Yeah, so we're just gonna not even try and go
Really?
down that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because in your terms of service,
Yeah.
you pretty much said that you're not going to swear, yada yada yada, all that bullshit. Because once it gets uploaded, it's the public can see it. Everybody gets to see it.
But not just that, but it's on Microsoft's site. Like it's not on your YouTube, it's on their shit, right?
And then you
So-
yeah, it's on their shit. But you can actually get your gameplays uploaded to YouTube through the upload station shit.
Yeah.
But
Well,
you
it's like-
lose.
Well, yeah, like streaming to Twitch is a pain in the ass on my laptop. Doesn't work worth a shit, right?
Yeah.
And so then I was sitting there and I'm like, well, I should try out the option just for fun. Because, I mean, basically when I stream, it's more about drinking than it is gaming.
Mhm.
I don't know if you know this about me, Tater, but I'm no damn good at these video games.
No, me neither.
Yeah, I like playing them, but, But
Yeah.
no, and then...
Sounds like me.
Yeah, but I'm
How-
just kind of sitting there going like, if they have that in their terms and service with the Xbox upload, they're probably got something for the Xbox Twitch app too.
Nope.
Nope.
No, they do not. Twitch, that is owned outright by Twitch.
My
So
wife
you-
says no, it isn't.
The Twitch app, you can. It's.
I can say whatever.
Yeah, you can say whatever.
What does it stream as though?
720.
It does stream 720.
Mm-hmm. Stream 720.
I might try it just for fun, just for shits and giggles.
Yeah, let me know how that goes, dude. Because I want to know.
Austin Powers every time I hear that.
Yeah,
It's for shits and giggles, baby. Yeah.
Because I want to know if it, will record the camera as well.
that's the other thing I want to know.
Because like,
Hold
if you can do like a face cam while you're doing Twitch, that's fucking.
That
awesome.
already beats the shit out of what I can do.
Yeah, it beats the shit out of what I can do too. I mean, shit.
Because like any time I try and use like streaming software, XSplit, FS Split, OBS,
Mm-hmm.
it just hates me.
Yeah,
And I split.
Yeah,
and because
like everything just hates me.
yeah, I mean, half the time I just pull my like. Now what I'll do is I'll probably just pull my laptop up and just have the the fucking live stream just so I can read the fucking chat, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if the chat shows up on the fucking Xbox or not.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing, because I have to have... Oh, my wife clarified. It isn't in this house. Everything I have to say to that is going to make me lose half my stuff.
Yep.
So I'm just going to leave it alone.
Smile and nod. Yes, dear.
Choose your battles.
Can't even get a steak.
So who else is
Alright,
showing up tonight?
I sent out a bunch. I don't know who's going to show up or not.
Because, yeah, like I said,
in like 2-3 weeks, and nobody wants to show up. Is that what it is? Everybody mad at me?
Drama alert.
Trauma alert.
Can't even do that anymore. His
He's
channel's
not the
down.
only one who hates me.
Wiggy said he might hop in just because he's packing, so I don't know.
What's he packing?
He's packing up the house.
I can eat, brother. I can eat.
And I sent one to you. Terrible Pain said he might stop by. I don't know. He'll show up in like an hour from now.
I'm gonna go get my food real
Probably
quick.
when we're sitting there
I'll be right
going, I'm out of Strongbow, I guess we're done. And
Yeah, just when we're about to end, he usually shows up.
Holy cow, did you taste those wings?
Dude, my
I guess
son.
it has
oh
been
my-
20 minutes.
Yeah, it's been some time.
Okay, fair enough.
My youngest, dude, oh my god, it's absolutely fucking hilarious when he eats. Like, if it's something he likes, dude, it's no way in hell like he ate any, like he even tasted anything. It's like,
Yeah.
how was it? How was what? Your food? Oh, it was good. Did you
Well-
taste it? Like, did it actually get to like leave the plate and like hit your teeth? Because I'm pretty sure it just went right down into your gullet.
Yeah. Oh no, my kid's a little different. She does eat slow, but she doesn't stop.
Yeah, dude, that's the baby, dude. As of late, kid
Yeah.
must be on a fucking growth spurt because she's eating like she'll eat breakfast and then drink like a 16-ounce glass of chocolate milk. I'm like, like her juice cup is like, it's probably like 8 ounces, but she'll slug that back, and then she'll eat her whole entire lunch, which is usually like a Lunchable,
Yup.
2 juices, a granola bar, and like a thing of fruit snacks, and I think a Go-Gurt. And then
Yup.
she'll get home from school and eat like one of those quick Easy Macs at 3 o'clock, and then 5 o'clock she's eating dinner with us. And
Yup.
she's like wolfing down dinner. And then if we have dessert, she'll freaking go after dessert. I'm like, holy shit, kid.
Well, one day I'm sitting there, me and the kid, we stopped by Walmart, and there's McDonald's in there, so we might as well get lunch, right? And, I order my, double Big Mac and meal, right? She's like, can I have one too? I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? Well, I left a few fries because I was full. She finished those for me because she ate all hers.
Hmm.
Like, I'm just like, where did you put that?
Yeah, dude. Like,
Mind you, I had the white trash double Big Mac today.
nice.
Yeah. For $4.
Oh, my God. The one day, dude. Okay, so he had a 40-piece nugget, a large fry, and then we bought like a bunch of McDoubles,
Yeah.
figuring, all right, if someone's hungry, they'll eat them. I got like 6 of them, or 7 of them.
Yeah.
And he had 2 McDoubles after that.
What's a McDouble worth down there?
$1.17.
No, yeah, up here it's they just upped it to $2. It
Oh,
was
wow.
$1.79.
Yeah, if you get it's funny, if you get the double cheeseburger, it's $2. But if you get the McDouble, it's $1.17.
Well, I just felt like cheeseburgers. I didn't feel like doubles or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So I ordered 2 cheeseburgers, and it cost more than if I ordered 2 double cheeseburgers.
Yeah, it makes no fucking sense. I'm trying to
Well,
figure out the math here. Oh,
Well,
shit.
like I said, you order 2 double cheeseburgers with the, plain with the Mac sauce. So you basically got a double Big Mac there. And it's
Mhm.
like half the price of an actual double Big Mac.
Yep.
The only thing is I don't have lettuce, which I usually get oft anyway.
Yeah, can't stand. I don't know, dude. Something about their lettuce. I hate it.
I don't like vegetables on my burger. I never
No.
have.
Neither do I, dude.
I mean, other than pickles, which used to be
Yeah.
a vegetable.
I can deal with the pickles. I cannot deal with it's like I don't expect a crunch when I bite down into a burger.
No, I'm one of those meat and cheese guys.
Mm-hmm.
Meat and cheese and some mustard, and life's good.
Yep. That's pretty much how I feel, and I know I end up getting really pissed at Taco Bell when I tell them on my soft shell taco, no lettuce.
Oh yeah, well,
Life.
we got taco time here. Like we got Taco Bells too, just not in my town.
Mm-hmm.
And they have the best thing ever. Because I used to just order, extra sour cream, no lettuce, no tomato, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then all of a sudden I went to order with somebody and they ordered a meat and cheese. I'm like, what's on that? They're like, meat, cheese. I'm like, no vegetables? I'm like, slap some sour cream on that and life's golden.
hmm That's about the consistency of what I do half the time. I'm just like, meat, cheese, that's it.
Well, I mean, if they
and
had
sour
like
cream.
jalapenos or even bell peppers, or like peppers are a vegetable that I can just eat.
hmm
Like, you know, when they put out like those vegetable trays, celery's okay, carrots and broccoli and cauliflower can fuck off.
Green peppers, dude. I don't know what it is, man.
Oh, got green
Fresh.
peppers, red peppers, yellow peppers.
The fresh freaking, oh my god, I fucking love them, dude. And like, it's funny. I used to cook with bell peppers, and then pull all the pepper chunks out because I hated the consistency of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know how when you cook them, they get mushy.
Yeah.
And I absolutely can't stand mushy stuff like that. Like, I
No.
hate the canned jalapenos. I'd rather have fresh jalapenos just because it has that crunch to it. And
I don't mind the pickled jalapenos. I don't mind.
Yeah, I can
But
deal
it
with them.
depends on which brand.
Yeah, you have to get like a certain company.
Yeah, there's
Because-
certain companies where like it's still crunchy. Mind you, I'm
Yeah.
that weirdo who has peanut butter and pickled jalapeno sandwiches at midnight.
Sure, you're not pregnant?
There was a few things I picked up during the ex's pregnancy. I called them sympathy cravings.
mm-hmm.
That was when I discovered the art of the peanut butter and cheese whiz sandwich. Because she always wanted me to make her 2 pieces of toast, one with peanut butter, one with cheese whiz, and because I'm an asshole, I would take a bite of each. And all of a sudden, I'm sitting there one day going, and so I made one for myself and just slapped them together, eh? Oh, it's amazing.
So Mel Conley Bravo says, I like pickles in my burritos. See, what I used to do is I used to get like the big 1-gallon container of the pickles
Oh, yeah.
and then pour out some of the juice so you could actually, and we would drop habaneros into them.
Okay, yeah.
And the heat from the habanero transfers into the pickle.
Yeah, because everybody around here makes everything themselves, but
Mm-hmm.
they would make jars of like spicy pickles, and that's what it was with the pickles, and they would usually do pickles and then just a few of them little
Yeah.
little onions.
Mm-hmm.
So you got some pickled onions in there, and then they would basically just drop a habanero in.
Yeah, dude, it works perfectly when you can sit there and it transfers the heat perfectly. Instead of the cherry peppers that everybody always went after,
Yeah.
we would always do shit like that, and then we'd make burritos and shit, dude, with like slices of pickle in the burrito. And
Yeah.
everybody's like, "What?" I'm like, "Dude, you don't even need hot sauce. It's perfect."
Yeah.
I'm like, it gives you that fucking heat, and they're like, "No shit." And I'm like, "Yeah, dude." And one of the guys was ballsy enough just to pick one of them out,
Yep.
And he's like, he bit into it. He's like, "Oh my god, this thing's on fire." I'm like, "Yeah, dude."
I want some of that. There's habanero ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
One of those, you got to eat here or eat it, or drivers, dine-ins, and whatever's.
Yeah, diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Yeah.
Or man.
Well,
versus
those
food.
shows, because I'm never going to make it to those places.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the time, if I want to try it,
Well, dude, the cool thing
gotta
is that
make it myself,
they
right?
have the recipes online. If you go onto their
Mm-hmm.
website, Food Network, they'll have some of the recipes from some of the
Yep.
places. And
That was where I discovered the peanut butter bacon jalapeno burger.
yes, and it
is
phenomenal.
awesome.
Yes, indeed, it is.
It's also where we discovered, and my whole family liked them. I'm surprised they did, but you take a peanut butter and jam sandwich,
Mm-hmm.
you cut it into pieces, you wrap the pieces in bacon, you throw it in the deep fryer.
It tastes really, really good.
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah.
From watching, what the hell was it? It was one of the fair food competitions,
Oh, yeah.
and this dude took bacon, the belly fat,
Yeah.
and he flat out, he cubed him into, didn't cube him, but he cut him into pieces about that big,
Yeah.
and then threw them into the deep fryer, cooked them that way, then pulled them out, then wrapped them in regular bacon, and then did it in cornmeal,
Okay, yeah.
and then dropped it back down into the fucking deep fryer. And I was like, it's a good fucking idea.
That would be amazing.
When I had the boar and I got all the belly fat off of it, I was like, what? I have big slabs of bacon that I can just, I'm doing this. So I ended up, doing that. And dude, oh my God, it tastes like a bacon corn dog.
Oh, yeah?
And it was,
I was proud of myself the one night when I epic meal timed some jalapeno peppers.
Nice.
I sat there and I, cut the jalapenos in half, filled them with herb and garlic cream cheese, and then, I was going to do, the egg wash flour, right? And I do the flour and then the egg wash, and then I'm like, and I had a bag of Cheetos Cheesies there, like the cheese puffs, the puffy ones. I just crushed those
up and rolled it in it.
Rolled it in that, deep fried it. Oh, man, they were so good. But by the fifth one, you can actually, feel the grease.
Yep.
Just kind of it's like, oh, my God, I can't eat another one if I tried.
Yep. That's
and then you eat one more anyway.
Because we used to, one of the places in Philly used to do deep fry everything.
Yep.
And you could bring your own foods in, and they would fry them for you.
Yeah.
And we would always do peanut butter and jelly, deep fried peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, or the freaking Nutella and fluff.
Oh, jeez.
Deep fried. Oh my God, dude, that was phenomenal. And then of course the deep fried Oreos.
I gotta tell you a story about Nutella. All right, now, are you guys are you allowed to send peanut butter and jam sandwiches to school with your kids?
Yeah.
We're not. Because one kid 4 towns over might have a peanut allergy. It is unreal. And so the one day, best dad ever, right? I send the kid to school with a Nutella sandwich.
Nice.
Yeah, they threw it out.
Because it's a nut.
Yeah, they fed her, right? So she still ate.
But yeah, because it's hazelnut,
Yep. I'm just sitting there, and I'm just part of me is just sitting there going, seriously, you threw it out?
That's some bullshit. My buddy used to use he made his own homemade pistachio butter.
Oh yeah.
Which was always amusing because you see this green spread on a piece of bread, and you're like, "The fuck is that?" And he's like, "Oh, it's pistachio butter." I'm like, "Oh, sweet. Let me snag some of that." And oh my God, dude, that stuff would come out fucking phenomenal.
Oh, that would be good. Funny story. I got a buddy who his wife, he can't have onions, eh? I mean, he likes the taste of onions, but they just level him, right?
Oh, wow.
So he doesn't get salsa. So his wife started making salsa so that he could have them. And she would make, it was all fresh vegetables and habaneros and everything, and it was just amazing salsa, right? And she made me some. And, they were kind of sitting there going, was it spicy? I'm like, yeah, it wasn't bad. And so they made some more, right? Now, what I didn't know was, because I didn't think it through, the second batch was spicier than the first batch. And I'm sitting there going, it was hot, right? And they said, and then, buddy texts me, and he's like, oh, what'd you think? Was it hot enough? I'm like, yeah, it wasn't. I was just playing it off. I was just being a prick. And I'm like, yeah, it wasn't bad. This happened 5 times.
Oh, God.
She made a little 8-ounce jar just for me. And my buddy, he eats spicier than I could ever handle. He wouldn't even touch it. I started eating it, and my wife, my head was the color of your shirt. I was profusely sweating. And what I do is instead of having your salsa and your sour cream in separate bowls, I just put it all in one bowl. So this is cut half and half with sour cream, and I'm sweating. And he texts me, he's like, is it spicy enough for you? I'm like, yeah, it's not bad. He's like, really? I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, well, every time that you said it wasn't spicy enough, she kept making it spicier. I finally texted back. I'm like, this was spicy enough. She put 12 habaneros in just my jar.
Oh, my God.
On top of everything else in there.
My
I'm
God.
just like,
my buddy used
he told me what was in that, and I'm like, I can't even believe I ate it.
Now, what my buddy would do is the ghost pepper.
Oh, yeah. I haven't
the
tried
ghost
it yet.
chili. what he does is he'll fire roast them, and then he lets them sit, dry out completely, and then he powders them pretty much. And then he'll use that in his freaking salsa. He does that with like a mango and peach one. So you get the sweet, like, oh, dude, this is really love.
Oh, yeah, because it would have just enough delay.
It
that
has
you'd probably go in for a second bite.
Oh, dude, you go in for a second bite, and you're like, this really isn't that. Oh my God.
Well, did you see the one video I liked where it was, I forget what this guy's called. I never
LA
even heard of
Beast?
him. Huh?
Wasn't the LA Beast, was it?
I don't think so.
Where he ate all three fucking...
No, what this guy did was he took a ghost pepper and he just slathered it in Blair's.
Alright.
Like that hot death sauce. And like it was so spicy that they just gave him a cup because he was drooling. And then they sprayed pepper spray in the air.
Oh,
What?
dude.
Yeah, like not like in his eyes or anything. Like it was Furious Pete. He's a Canadian competitive eater.
I know
And
who it
they're
is.
going through this stuff. And
Furious
then
Pete.
all of a sudden Furious Pete decides the best thing to do was wipe his eyes.
Oh.
What he didn't realize was that he still had pepper spray on his fingers.
Oh, my God.
And
Oh.
they're sitting there going like, we got some yogurt, that might help him. Pete's got yogurt all over his eyes. Buddy's mouth,
Serious.
he's drooling a constant stream.
Dude, the funniest thing ever was we were making, we had a all-you-could-eat wing night, and this kid's like, yo, I want some really, really hot, salsa. And I was like, look, if you can eat 12 wings, your meal's paid for, and, we'll go into the Wall of Fame. And this stuff was potent. Like, I could eat one wing, get through it, and be like, all right, I'm done. And, and drink freaking ranch dressing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Put it out, please.
It's like, oh my God, put the fire out. Oh God. And you could literally just feel it coat your stomach. You're like, well, I'm going to have an ulcer by the time I'm done this shit.
Oh, God.
And
I could only imagine, too, because, like, I used to eat a lot of this stuff before I had IBS.
Oh, dude. Now that I've got, the whole colon cancer thing, I have to watch what spices I eat now. I love spicy food.
Yeah.
Fucking love it. But it's like, you know what? If I stick to it, I'm going to be crying at some point.
Oh, God. Like, I eat, like, too many hot dogs with mustard in one sitting, and it hurts.
Yep.
So you could only, like, you know what it's like, because I still eat spicy food.
Oh, man. Like,
You're not gonna give it up.
Yeah,
I'm not giving that up for Lent.
Oh my God, I made a buffalo.
Yeah.
I made buffalo chicken, like the shredded chicken.
Oh,
I cooked it in the crock pot, and let it just fucking cook through. And my wife can't handle a lot of the heat, so I pulled hers. Like I put hers aside. I was like, look, I know you won't end up eating the rest of it. She's like, all right. So I ended up throwing in like 4 habanero peppers. 2 what the hell was it? 2 jalapenos, and then like a few other. The next one that's hotter than the jalapeno, not the habanero. There's one in between, and threw that in there.
Zucchini or something like that?
No, not cayenne. It looks like a habanero, but it's actually bigger. And I had the powder of that, and just threw in like a teaspoon of it.
Yeah.
And this stuff was so good. And later on that night, I'm playing Battlefield, and it's not my stomach, it's intestinal pain that I can feel. And I'm like, oh my God, that was the worst idea ever. And my wife has ulcerative colitis, so I now understand what kind of pains she goes through.
Yes.
And she's like, just wait till it comes out. I'm like, look, if I could sit there and pee out of my butthole, I'd be happy. But, my system don't work that way because all the painkillers and bullshit. And she's like, oh yeah, which is like fiery hell when you're taking a shit.
Oh.
When you drop a log and you're like, and you feel it burn all the way out, you're like, oh my God, it burns, it burns, it burns. You're like, you're literally like pooping in waves.
You're sitting there, you're almost in labor. Hey, it's like, okay, gotta push.
Yep.
There's apparently like several several peppers in between the jalapeno and
The Serrano?
there's yellow
Serrano,
hot,
that one sounds
Serrano,
Yeah, it's the Serrano pepper that I usually throw.
Pisano, Arbol, and the cayenne.
Cayenne's some good stuff. I use that for my blackening season.
And of course, habanero, red Savannah. I'm not even
I'll be right back.
I'm not gonna pronounce that.
Yeah, you know the pepper's good when you don't even know how to say it.
Yeah, it looks like it says Bee Hut, Halunka. I don't know.
I don't know. I like spicy food, but I hate the food that's just hot to be hot.
Yeah,
Like it.
it's gonna have
I've
flavor
had
to it,
chicken
too.
wings that taste like rubbing alcohol.
Yeah, it's got to have flavor to it too. It can't just
Yeah.
be like, oh my god, my mouth's
Yeah.
on fire. There's no
And the
fun in
worst
that.
part was I had to eat them all because they were, they were all egging me on, and I was drunk, and I'm like, but these things taste like ass. Oh, too hot for you? No, well, yeah, but that's not the problem.
The problem is they taste like crap.
Yeah. Oh, and there's like the Louisiana style hot sauce.
Yeah.
Never been a big fan of that.
Why
That kind of flavor. Well, mind you, I think I've just had some really cheap Louisiana hot sauces.
I was gonna say there's probably like millions of them.
Yeah. Well, I've got a picture in my kitchen, and it's just a shelf with a whole bunch of different hot sauces. And I think there's probably over 100, and I've tried like 8. But you know how it is when you find something you like, right?
Yeah, you kind of stick with that one.
Yeah. Yeah. Mostly sriracha now.
All this fucking food talk has me hungry.
Yeah, I know, right?
I haven't eaten anything.
How about a steak?
I haven't had that for lunch. Now I've got a cheesesteak.
What, I wonder what the difference between this Xbox One stereo headset and the Turtle Beaches are. Besides $20.
Besides the fact that they're crappy and the speakers suck.
Probably.
Mm-hmm. And one stereo and the other surround.
It's kind of
Yeah,
a big
well worth the
difference.
$20. I'm always trying to save $20 here and there, and I always get mad, and it ends up costing me more in the long run, because like I'll buy the $80 headset and it sucks, so I'll go back and buy the $100 one anyway.
I have the $100 one and I like it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the one I'm gonna get. You know, one day.
I'd have to get an Xbox One to begin with.
Dude, I was surprised
You know-
that the Loyal Patriot actually broke down and bought an Xbox One.
Now that I have one, I don't know if I'd buy one yet.
I'll probably wait till they come out with the white one.
There you go. Well, I mean, the difference is mine came with a little patch that said day one. If you went and bought one right now, it would come with Titanfall.
Yeah.
There's a little difference there, a $60 game versus a useless. And I don't even think I punched in all the codes for my day one crap.
Yeah.
Like, shouldn't I get something like a free game eventually, even if it's like a shitty little arcade game?
Yeah, there's the Connect Rivals is free. And Killer Instinct is free.
Well, just the one guy, though.
No, the whole game.
I already paid $20.
You paid $20? I'm sorry to hear that. The whole game's fucking free.
Yeah, no, because when I got the Xbox One, there was only one character that was free, and the other 6 cost $20.
No, I got all mine for free. I got, but mine, I had a code that was sent to me in my email.
Ah, okay. Yeah, no, because oh god, it. And you know what? Nobody's on the fucking thing yet.
On Killer Instinct, there's a lot of
Well, no.
people on.
Well, no, I mean like on the Xbox One in general. Like,
No, yeah. Well, that's the thing.
say what you want about Ghosts and whatever it is. Guaranteed, if I hopped on the 360, there'd be more than 15,000 people playing it. You know what I mean?
You know, it's funny. And there's more Battlefield 4 guys on the Xbox One than there is Call of Duty guys.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I just can't go back to Battlefield. Not yet. Not until something changes. And I don't expect them to change a game just for little old me.
I will say it runs a lot better, and I've had less issues on Battlefield 4 on the Xbox One than I have the 360.
Well, like, I haven't really had any issues on the Xbox One with ghosts, unless I try to play Hunted Free for All, and there'll be like 50 to 60 people playing it worldwide. So it's like that. You know, that's the only problem I have. If I pick a playlist that has 500 people or more in it, I don't notice any lag. I still suck with the throwing knife. I don't know what it is about ghosts. I can't throw a knife worth of shit.
Oh no, I had no problems with the throwing knife and Ghost.
Everybody else, like, I thought it was the game, but everybody else doesn't seem to have a problem. So I don't like, I can hop on 360 and my knives go where I want them to. For like the older games.
It might be sensitivity too on the controller.
Yeah, I'm one of those assholes who played on full sensitivity for too long. I know I would do better if I turned the sensitivity down, but everything feels so slow.
It does, but you know what? To be honest with you, I used to run it at 14 on Black Ops.
Yeah.
Or I had it maxed out on Black Ops.
Yeah.
Too. And I was watching my knives go everywhere, and I'm like, holy shit. So I slowly but surely started bringing it down, and I ended up getting myself down to a 3 because I have the Control Freaks.
Yeah, I got them now.
And now I can't play without my Control Freaks, I found out. When I had the Xbox One, it sat there, forgot how long I tried to play without them. I'm like, yeah, I got 2 days till it comes in now.
That's basically what happened to me, too, and I had to wait for them to be released. That's part of the reason the Xbox One sat there for so long. Like, you get too used to them, and then, well, not just that, but, like, I found, like, I almost want to put my second Control Freak on just because it's a bigger surface. Like, these itty-bitty sticks, what the hell were they thinking?
Dude. Yeah, they're fucking tiny.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that really threw me for a loop was, like, the controller feels nice, don't get me wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it had a little learning curve. Took me a minute to get used to, but once I got used to it, it was fine. Mind you, at one point, depending on who would hop online with me or who wouldn't, or what room of the house I was in, I was jumping back and forth between a 360 controller and a PlayStation 3 controller. And it would be like the first 2 matches of whichever system I hopped on were a write-off. That's about how long it took me to figure out. No. Top buttons on the PlayStation, bottom on the...
Yeah, dude, that shit always fucked me up, man. That's the one thing. And I don't know, I just
changed it.
I've never really liked the PlayStation controller, ever.
Well, you know the thing, if I remember right, like on the 360, I tried to change it flipped. And on the 360, I couldn't, but on the PlayStation, I could change it to the Xbox setting.
Yeah.
Because I like the buttons instead of the triggers. For ADS and shooting and throwing and all that shit. Mind you, at the time, all I was really playing was All or Nothing, so it didn't even matter anymore.
True. Very true.
You know, there was no shooting, so... Unless somebody started swearing about shooting and I thought it was funny and I'd throw a couple shots around.
Stop shooting!
I hope they bring All or Nothing to Ghost for one reason and one reason only. I never was a kill cammer. I tried it a little bit. But every now and then you'd get somebody who'd get mad at you for not kill camming, and the shit they would say would just be hilarious to me. Like, you get, like, the one guy, you know, he's trying to set up this miraculous shot that he's never going to hit. And I wasn't at 19 yet, so I stabbed him, and he quit the game on me.
Who was I
I mean-
talking to? So I was talking to somebody that was actually on PlayStation. They got into a lobby with Bucks, Tater, and I think it was Dark Places on PS.
Oh yeah, it must have been one of your streams because I heard the same story.
Yeah, he was in there, and he got a triple feed on you guys, and you guys left.
We left.
Yeah, you left the game.
I wasn't hosting then.
No, oh, it was
'Cause I
Reject.
stay for that kind of stuff.
It was Reject.
Yeah, reject. Mind you, if you might have left because rejects in Australia.
You might not have left, and
Yeah.
his connection
Well,
might have
well,
lagged out.
Yeah,
Either
we wouldn't
that or
normally
that-
leave for that kind of stuff.
I played with Ghost. He's from Australia, and one time somehow he pulled host.
Oh,
And yeah, you get an Australian hosting, I'd leave too. Like there's only so much lag you can handle where it's just like, okay, fuck it.
where it
No,
feels-
we would have been. He would have had to join in on our server.
yeah.
It wouldn't have been other way around.
Yeah.
I
Actually,
guess, but I guess the host backed out or whoever, and it might have been Bucks or Dark. I don't know. I don't know. See, I always had fun on Black Ops, but I had like
my
I-
stats on Black Ops are shit because all I would play is Sticks and Stones.
You gotta
Dude,
love sticks and stones.
that's what
So
I
it wouldn't
that was the
count for
thing.
nothing,
Like that's
right?
one thing I loved about Black Ops and Black Ops 2 was the sticks and stones and the ballistic knives.
Mhm.
That was like my thing. I fucking loved the ballistic knives. And I remember we went into league play, and this is before they banned everything.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And we went in. Our whole team ran nothing but they're like, well, Backsmash, what are you running? I'm like, oh, I'm running freaking knife only, like I always do, in Black Ops. And they're like, really? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, we're allowed to do it in league play, so tomahawks and fucking
Yeah.
ballistic knives. And they're like, all right. I'm like, and I was running, danger close, so I could carry the two tomahawks. I was running scavenger and shit like that. And dude, we went in and decimated these kids. I mean, fucking decimated. And it was just team deathmatch was the first one that we did.
Yeah, yeah.
And like smoked kids. I was like, holy shit!
My-
Like in
My
league play,
first cross map first blood was in league play.
I ended up going freaking 25-2 that game.
Oh.
And kids were pissed. Like everybody, like there were guys that have never gone knife only.
Yeah.
And we were just ripping through kids left and right.
But it makes sense because you get the real sweaty kids in league play,
Mm-hmm.
so who don't know where their left thumbstick is. So you run around the outside of the map, come back behind them, and they're fucked.
Oh, dude, we were purposely running through the middle of the map. We were on cargo and just on A flag went right to fucking C flag. That area for domination, and it was
Mhm.
just they were all camping up there and just right off the bat, my fucking
Yep.
first thing was a fucking 5-piece. I was like, are you kidding me?
in league. Wow.
I'm like, wow, that's fucking hilarious. And then we were just following him around the fucking map, and then we just some of it three of us just waited for him to run past us.
Yeah.
And then we started and I started doing banks and bullshit like that, and they're like, "What the fuck you doing?" I'm like, I'm getting bored." And they're like, "Why?" I'm like, they're like, "How many knife kills do you have?" I'm like, my secondary." And they're like, "What?" They're like, "You're not using the ballistic knives?" I'm like, I do and I don't. I was like,
Yeah.
it really depends, but I was just running around with the fucking secondary the whole time, fucking slashing kids or fucking hitting them with tomahawks and shit. And they're like, "What
Yeah.
the fuck?"
No, the only, and of course I hit that shot, and it wasn't a great shot. It was on, what was the aircraft carrier one? Oh, carrier.
Carrier.
Duh. And I just happened to watch some video before that saying here's the spot, and I'm like, fuck it, Choom, choom, and it hit. And the guy on my team, you think I got a nuke or something. The way he was just he's like, holy shit! And that's the only reason I wish I would have recorded it, because I don't know.
Just for the guy's reaction.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because I went back and I'm like, yeah, I took the clip and I did theater mode and all that, and I'm just kind of like, and then I would go watch somebody else's montage and I'm like, I can't use this. I think that's why I never made montages, because I'd always go watch somebody and I'm like, their clips are way better than mine. I can't use these. These are subpar. These are bad.
Mhm.
And then I would never hit But I was hard on montages too. I'd be like, why is that clip even in there? I can hit that. I wouldn't say it out loud, but
Oh yeah, well some of them, and that was the other thing. Like my biggest thing was if I was doing a montage and I was doing bank shots, I always did on the fly. So I never did anything that took
bomb spots
fucking
or any of that shit.
yeah. Well, I did some of that just to piss people off and search
Yeah.
and destroy. End up being the last person or the second to last person. Someone's going to defuse. You're like, oh shit, thanks Travis. I know where to fucking go. And use the signature Travis Blackwell spots, and I'm like, dink, dink. All right.
Actually, I remember the first Blackwell montage I watched because it blew my mind because this was the first time I ever saw tube banks.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that stuff's awesome.
Apocalypse was actually the one that fucking told me about him. And it's funny.
Yeah.
So he's like, dude, the guy you want to check out for tube banks. He's like, is this guy Travis Blackwell? He's like, he's fucking insane. I'm like, all right. And it was funny because I just got with, the guys from Eptic. And ironically enough, I'm like, this is kind of funny because there is a guy that I'm playing with named Travis Blackwell. And I'm watching I'm like, oh, damn. These fucking banks are nuts. I'm like, with a noob tube nonetheless. I'm like,
Yeah, I know,
That's fucking epic.
Yeah. Well, like I said, because it's, it's like the old school sniper montages, Randy Savage, stuff like that. The first time you see it when you hadn't seen shit like that before, like that was the whole thing. I think that's part of the reason Call of Duty is hurting is because
No theater mode.
how do you, well, not just that, but how do you top everything that's been done?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, it's...
It's pretty fucking hard to top your own shit or someone else's shit.
Yeah, and the level is so high. Like, I watched some of, Grizz had that series, Looking Back,
Mm-hmm.
where he would, like, go over, like, his Call of Duty 1 montages. And he would just laugh because he would get, like, one jump no scope. And he's like, yeah, back in the day, that was amazing. Now that it's not part of a quad feed, it sucks.
Yep. You know who's really impressing me with their fucking editing as of late is, I think it's SquarePants. He did
Yeah, he just did...
Banks-a-Lots.
Yep.
Yeah.
And dude, that editing, I was blown away. I was like, holy shit. I was like, each video that I watch that SquarePants does, like, it's just progressively getting crazier and crazier. I'm like, holy shit, dude.
I love
That's how it
his
goes,
little...
He's teaching himself. That's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
And that's how I learned. And
And then, of course, the fucking, banks that fucking Banks-a-Lots is fucking getting. I'm just like, oh my fucking God. Yeah. Like, it's funny.
Yeah.
Like, I'd go into games with Tater and, and Banksy Phil and Banks-a-Lot and Travis, and I wouldn't even want to try to do, like, on-the-fly banks because I'm like, there's no way I can compete with these fucking guys. I suck.
Which is funny because I gotta tell you, Tater, the video of mine that I ever watched, I forget how long it was, but it was a Black Ops 2 Sticks and Stones live stream where you were drinking beer.
which one?
I can't remember which one. Like that was just what I remember. I'm like, there's
Drunken
Tater.
live stream.
Yeah, just drinking lager and fucking. I don't even think you hit like anything over. Like, I mean, you hit stuff, but you weren't like building your montage out of that, right?
Nah.
But I was
I did more
laughing the whole
montages
time.
for
You
other
guys were
people,
having
though.
fun, man. I love that shit.
I'm not that good of a player, so most of my stuff was, top fives, commentaries, and a montage for myself every now and then. But mostly I was doing montages for like Bucks
Yeah,
because he had the talent for it.
because he's fucking amazing. Like, there's no way.
Yeah, he's another one that just playing with Bucks. I'm like, I am not pulling my knives out. I'm just going to go with the gun.
Yeah.
Like, I felt inferior. Like, I remember the first time getting into a lobby with Tater. And, I've followed Tater, since Black Ops 2, or Black Ops 1.
Yeah.
Watching all those videos, and I'm like, this is kind of funny. Like, on the inside, I'm, like, all fanboyish, and on the outside, it's like, just treat him like a normal person. That's all I'm going to say. Do not go all fanboyish. And I remember the first time Redmeister fucking got into a lobby with all you guys, dude. He hits me up in a private message, or a private chat, and he's like, I don't sound like an idiot or anything, do I? I'm like, no, why? He's like, dude, on the inside, I'm fucking, like, screaming like a little girl. He's like, I'm with these guys that I freaking idolize. I'm like, just treat them like normal people, dude. and they'll be nice to you the whole fucking time. He's like, all right, cool. But it was just funny. He's like, I'm like kitty little fucking school kid.
I remember PS3 days. I just got my ass kicked by this guy named Ponaholic.
Yeah, Ponaholic.
And I'm sitting there going like, I recognize this name.
Mr. Top 5.
Yeah, and so then I go in and look, and how I recognized it was a couple of the, what was Bucks doing?
Tank shots.
No, but after, oh fuck, SoCal.
Oh,
SoCal or
SoCal,
nothing,
yeah.
that series, yeah. And that's when I realized that's where I know him. And then I'm like, oh, I'm sub to him. And I check his channel, and then I'm watching like every montage, waiting for the PlayStation reload button to show or some indication that it's PlayStation. Because, you know, at the time, you know, if you played PlayStation, you weren't a real player. Like that, like you know, that's just the way it was. You know, if you weren't on Xbox, instantly you sucked, obviously.
Yeah,
Well, we
that's
were
Back
all
when
on
I kind of
PlayStation.
bought
Yeah, they
into
were-
some of that shit.
the funny thing is Tater and all them were on PlayStation. And what was it? Bucks's? Was
Well,
it?
because I had both. I had the Xbox and the PlayStation 3.
And
Me and Buck started playing because I still preferred the Xbox, and then we wanted to play with Wiggy and some other people, and Bucks ended up getting an Xbox, but then was going to get rid of it. But then his PS3 busted out, and then so he had to stick with Xbox pretty much. And then slowly but surely, everybody else came over. Dark, Home, Feral already had one. I don't know. Feral didn't really do many videos or anything like that.
I'm not recognizing the name.
And then Travis, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I think Rifle Knight still plays on. I don't know.
Oh,
Rifle's another one, dude, who does fucking
Yeah,
amazing shit.
yeah, well,
I just think it's
like,
funny
where
because
does
I've
this
played
shit
with all
even
these
come
people.
from?
I've been
Like-
playing with these people forever, and now
Yeah.
to see how well they're doing and stuff like that, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's all, like I think it's sick. Like when you get to see the progression of how they get over freaking time, it's fucking nuts. And it was. Go ahead.
Well, I hate to be that guy, but my favorite videos by Bucks are actually his comment. Like his montages are amazing. His commentaries are like, it's just like, I must go to California and drink beer with this man.
I always told him his comms were good, but he would.
Yeah.
He didn't always. I don't know, man. I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, you got a voice for it and everything.
Well, especially when he would sit there and like, because I was one of those people in the knifing community that needed a couple of those commentaries to know, like, dude, this ain't for you. Move on.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's like, okay. Like, I mean, I still try and go knife only, and I'm still, looking for the quad feeds and all that, but that's not my thing. That's not what I'm still having fun, but at the time I wasn't. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, man, all I can hit is a triple. I fucking suck. I should throw this thing out the fucking window. Right? Although my favorite clip on Call of Duty Ghosts that I threw out, mainly because there was no theater mode, I ran into a room that had an IMS and got the legit on-screen triple kill. I couldn't see the feed because I got blown up, but I got the triple kill before the thing blew me up. Like, and it would only look good if you had that side view where you could watch the guy run in, thing shoots up in the air, stab, 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 boom. It's the only time I've been upset about them not having theater mode in Ghosts.
That was like, that was a funny thing. Like I went from Tomahawks to C4 because
C4 is awesome.
oh my god, C4 sandwiches, and it's funny because everybody's like, dude, you've got like 7. Like if you look at, I think my stats, I had 28 quad feeds, and I'm like, yeah, all those are
You got
C4.
one.
He's like, are you? They're like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, it's all C4. And then I have a 5-piece C4, a 6-piece C4, and a 7-piece C4. And my first night on, dude, we're playing. I guess it was Overflow. You know that back alleyway.
Yeah.
We were playing Ground War, and the whole fucking team came down, and all I did was just lob a freaking C4 sandwich and double tap X. And all of a sudden, it's like, boom, you just watch the feed go, brrr, and they're like, what the fuck? I'm like, 7-piece, bitches, fucking 7-piece. They're like,
Oh, I remember this story. You woke your wife up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Oh my god. Numerous times of waking her up, getting a 6-piece, and she's like, what? "Shut the fuck up." When the door opens and she yells and then slams it shut, and the baby is sleeping in the bedroom, I'm like, yeah, I've pissed her off.
Yeah.
And a lot of it, like, she doesn't realize, like, the headphones, you can't hear anybody fucking talking. You don't realize how loud you are.
Yes.
Until the one time I gave her the headphones and I had them hooked up to the fucking TV. And she's watching, and she's like, "Dear, this is," and she's like yelling at me the whole time. I'm like, and I'm like, "Yeah, I know, I can hear you. I'm right here." "What? What did you say?" "I can't hear you." I'm like, and I pulled them off her head. And I'm like, "Now do you understand how it feels when you start talking to me? Because I see lips moving, and I don't hear a goddamn thing."
I remember the first time that I was 12. And, this was back in the day where if you wanted to play online or multiplayer, it was 1v1 via 14K modem.
Yep.
You had to wait for everybody to go to bed. You had to put *70, comma, your friend's number so you could disable call waiting.
Yep.
Right? And I had the headphones on and we're playing Doom, just me and him, 1v1, right? And all of a sudden, I look up from the computer and I jump back because there's my mother, who was dead asleep. She just looked at me. I popped the headphones off. She's like, and it was one of those, like, she didn't yell at me or nothing. She just looked at me. She's like, "I didn't know that you used that type of language." And she turned around and walked away, and I'm just like, I put the headphones back in, and like, cause we weren't chatting, like there was no voice chat.
Mm-hmm.
So I just punched in the computer. "I have to go."
My mom knew what kind of mouth I had, but she didn't realize, like, how many times I could say fuck in, like, a 15-lettered worded sentence. Oh my god, because the night of my wedding, or the day of my wedding, the night before, we did the traditional, she stayed at the house, I left, I was like, "Look, we'll do that," and she's like, "All right." So I brought my fucking 20-inch TV, because my dad's got a 65-inch TV, and I'm like, I can't play freaking Black Ops on this. No way I can play Black Ops 2. I'm like, I'll be getting killed left and right. The ping on this thing's through the roof. I'm like, all right. So I bring my little, 20-inch, bring my freaking laptop because I'm freaking recording. And, I have the headphones on, and I'm sitting there playing, and my mom comes walking in, and she's like, and I wasn't loud or anything. Like, "Sweetheart, in the last 5-minute conversation, I heard the word fuck over 500 times. I counted it out." She's like, "Oh my god, find another word. I'm going to bed."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Love you. Fuck."
Yeah.
And she's just like, "I can't believe you curse that much, but you're around the baby and you really don't have a tendency to drop it that much." I said, "It's because Jen will smack the shit out of me if I say fuck too many times around the baby." And she goes, "Why?" I'm like, "Because she used it once and she used it in context. She knew how to use it." And that's when I realized I was in trouble. I was in deep shit for that one. I came home from work and got a fucking tongue lashing from my wife. "You have any idea what you did today?" "No, I have no clue." "What did she do?" "She used the word fuck." I'm like, "Oh." She's like, "In context." I was like, "Oh."
Yeah.
Like something fell out of her hand and she was like, "Oh, fuck." I went, "Oh, no." But then, like, my wife was like, "What did you say?" And she was already around the corner, like, going to her room, and she, like, say the wall's here, and she pokes her head out, and she's like, "Fuck." No, louder. And she's like, "Fuck." And she's like, "Sophia Alexandria Harrington, what did you say?" And she's like walks out, stomps her feet. "I said fuck."
Oh.
Bar of soap in the mouth. The baby got soap in her mouth for like 30 seconds. Yeah. And after that, I remember my mom picked her up the next day because something was going on. I think this is when I had cancer, like just found out I had cancer, so I wasn't working. And my mom's like, "So, I heard the baby said a curse word." She wouldn't specify which one and was deathly afraid of even thinking about it. but she got her mouth washed out with soap. I said, yep. I said, I'm not allowed to curse near the baby anymore. And now the baby, you figure she's 3 years old. She's heard the word enough times come out of my mouth.
Yep.
Dude, if it even like if there's like the first syllable, I'm like, and she's like, Daddy, we don't say bad words in this house.
Oh yeah, I got yeah. Mm-hmm.
I have the cuss Nazi, and we stopped doing the cuss jar because it was costing me too much money.
Yep.
Like, you know, when it was literally like 50 cents a cuss, and at one point I just dropped $20 into the thing because I was like, I'm just going to...
Rickin' frackin' fucking bullshit fucking shit.
Yeah, dude, I ended up stubbing my toe and just walked right over the cuss jar, dropped a $20 bill in it. And my wife's like, what? I'm like, God damn it, motherfucking... I'm like going up, and she's like, you still got 50 cents left. I'm like, fuck. Walk off, and the kids are like, $20 split 3 ways.
Yeah. Well, what's weird is where I work now, right? I've never worked in an environment like this where I'll say something and they'll use the term that word or F or F-bomb, and I'm just like sitting there going like, who fucking cares? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I've never, but it's a very conservative Christian type workplace, and more so on the conservative than the Christian.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, and then you got me, who before I was a bus driver, I was a construction worker and a truck driver.
Yep.
You know. And so I walk in and I'm like, you people are offended by that? You know, I didn't even drop the C word. Oh, shit, I got a story for you. My kid here, right? She would tell people she's not allowed to say the C word, right?
Mm-hmm.
I finally said to her, I said, yes, you are. Tell them what the C word is. Crap.
Oh God!
Because she would use it just right. She's like, I can't say the C word, and it would be like just at that perfect time when you could say.
Mm-hmm.
But tell them what the C word is.
Crap! Like, you know, eyes roll.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't believe you're making me say that.
Yeah, it's funny, like, with the baby, that is definitely the one thing that, like, it's funny because she just reprimands the crap out of me. Daddy, we don't say bad words in this house.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, oh, God, my wife has rubbed up on her. And it's good, though. I honestly think it's great that, you know, we don't have to worry about that with her. And it's funny because, like, with my other two, man, the middle children, dude, I cussed around them all the time, you know, when they were younger. And they Owen did it once. And it's because somebody was taking too long in the bathroom. He's like, I gotta take a shit. I'm like, what? A poop? Gotta take a dump? Gotta drop a deuce? Like, he was trying to find out, like, he became the human thesaurus for, like, you know, for the word shit. He like, and I'm like, all right, Owen, we don't say that again. Okay. And after that, I would get the whole, Dad, you know you're not supposed to say it. I'm like, oh my God, I should have never. I'm like, I'm an adult, you're a kid, that's why.
Yep.
He's like, but still.
Oh, yeah, I've had that chat before, too. Yeah.
Yeah, oh my God. It's like, oh. See what you have to look forward to, Tater?
Oh, Tater fell out.
Oh, Tater fell out again? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't even looking at the dude. He's been having issues left and right. I was like, wow, Tater got really quiet. And that microphone hiss was no longer there. I noticed, like, when he's in by himself here, like, I get this faint hissing sound.
Oh, okay, yep.
Because I was using the XO4s, and I'm like, wow, man, surround sound. Oh, God. I remember the first time I got, because I had the X12s, right? So it's just stereo sound. You're used to it. And I ended up I bought the X42s, and it was surround sound, and I remember the first thing that happened when I plugged it in, I joined into a game, and it was the stealth bomber going over with the bombs,
Oh, jeez.
Oh my god, I almost crapped myself. How, like, if I turned my head a certain way, you only got it out of the one ear, and then as you slowly, you're like, oh, that's stealth. Oh god, I better get inside, and it was on hijacked.
Oh.
So there's like nowhere to hide from it. If it's coming right down the middle of the map, you're done.
Yeah.
And the dude literally just, he made sure that the building that was in between A and B by the tunnel,
Yep.
he made sure to drop it like right through there. I'm like, holy shit. I ended up running into the tunnel at the last possible second, but I was just like, and of course all the reverb that's in there, because on how well they, oh my god, dude, I was like,
jeez,
I was like, oh my god. I was like, these things are freaking awesome. I was like, I can literally hear like an ant fart. Cause then, I didn't even have SitRep Pro yet, because I just
really?
and I was hearing footsteps a mile away. I remember the first time I put SitRep Pro, I was like, oh my god, I can hear them running from their spawn. I was like, oh, and if it was a snow map, you were done, because
Yep.
the crunching of the snow and the sand, you fucking hear them a mile away. I was like, ugh. Don't get me wrong, I was a COD fanboy, I really was, until Black Ops 2 came out. And I had so many issues, and I was like, you know what? And then I remember Tater's like, I got Battlefield 3. I'm like, all right, I'm going out to the store and getting that.
Yep. No, I've kind of already decided that they've got one more. You know what I mean? They got one more, and if I just can't get into this Call of Duty the way I could the other ones. And I could get into Black Ops 2 more than Ghost, but not as much as I could get into Modern Warfare 3 and
something about the Modern Warfare series I freaking love.
Yeah.
And everybody I know is like, Modern Warfare 3 sucked. I'm like, dude, I still love that game. Modern Warfare 2, freaking love it when it's not a hacked lobby. And
yeah.
Same with,
that's the problem with the older
COD
ones.
4.
Is like there's no point in going back and playing them almost,
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, because there was apparently an update in Black Ops that they did so when everything's all said and done and the next game comes out, people can't hack the lobbies like they can in all the Modern Warfare series. I love, though, that your secondary was a shotgun on one of your classes. You had the option to rock the shotguns in MW2. So I would usually, run like the freaking FAMAS and then end up rocking the freaking Spaz 12, which, oh my god, with stopping power was just, I would literally just run with that gun and that was it, because I was like, fuck it, man.
Yep.
Stopping power? I'm fucking, oh god, it was like instant rape.
Yeah. Well, I remember, for some reason, when the knifing thing didn't work out, I don't know why, I decided, well, I'm going to be a sniper instead.
Go from one extreme to the other.
Yeah. And I mean, like, to play it now, I can have fun sniping, I can have fun knifing.
Yeah.
I can have some fun with shotguns. Everything like assault rifles, submachine guns, all that shit, I don't fucking care. I don't even want to touch it.
I can honestly say in Battlefield I'm a better sniper than I am in any of the Call of Duties.
Oh, last night I unlocked the sniper rifle in Titanfall.
Oh, the DMR.
Yeah, I'm gonna file that under no. I went through 2 full clips and didn't even get a kill. I got like one fucking hit marker. I'm like, okay, yeah, not this. Nope.
Yeah, you know what? I had no problem with it. During the beta, I got a burn card for the amped DMR, and I had no problems with it. And of course, I know it's probably gonna be a little bit different. I still have yet to play Titanfall.
Oh, really?
Me neither.
I own the game though. That's a bad thing. Like, I got the game on last Tuesday, and Cobra's here, so I wasn't gonna play it while he's here because it's something new, and I won't fucking let it go. I'll just be like, nope, out of my face, nope. And I was gonna play it the other night, man. I put the disc in to freaking, so it has to put it all, download everything and this and that.
No.
Or it was actually yesterday. Was gonna go play it yesterday, and then it was right after I got done doing radiation. My first one I've ever done with radiation. I'm like, all right, let's see how I feel. And of course, since they're zapping right around my stomach, it did backflips. I ate fucking lasagna, and it was just like, brrr. I'm like, oh god, I'm gonna be sick. Crap. Grab the freaking anti-nauseas. And wasn't in any pain, but the second that stuff hits, dude, I can't have anything fast-paced.
No, yeah.
And that game is just, I had it set up on the PC where I was constantly sprinting. Run was never turned off. It was just fucking running around with the smart pistol and my boots. And dude, one game all I did was specifically target grunts. That's all I did.
Oh yeah.
And you can get a Titan fucking fast as hell.
Yep.
When they fucking drop in, dude. And people were just like, you can't get it that. I'm like, yeah, dude. I was like, you kill enough fucking grunts. They're not worth, the regular freaking guys, but you get a freaking enough of them in a fucking room, and you're doing some fucking damage. Sorry, I just saw something walk fucking past me.
I was actually having more fun playing Last Titan Standing than anything.
I was watching the Hidden Masters do that.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Dude just hid the whole fucking time.
Oh, dude, I have to go look that up.
Oh, my God. Because it has the SpongeBob music and all. It's like,
Oh, dude, I can only imagine.
10 minutes later.
10 minutes later.
And he's literally hiding in trees. Like, in a Titan, which is hilarious. You're like, how do these guys not fucking see him?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it's like, you're the last one left, and goes in and ends up wrecking the dude. And I've learned definitely Titan on Titan freaking fights are not the way to go.
No.
Definitely not the way to go.
No.
And you would figure, like, you're in a Titan, that shit should be OP. Nope. They balance them things perfectly.
Yeah. Yeah, like if you come up against a Titan, right, and you're not a Titan, you got a chance.
Yep.
You got just as much chance as you would if you were... The thing that screwed me up is I didn't know what to do when they would hop on my back. Yeah,
you can hop out.
Yeah, I hopped out, and I'm like, I don't see anybody, so I hopped back in, and then I blew up.
Here's one for you. If you're about to eject, and there's a dude on your back, he's rodeoing you, it kicks him up in the air the same height as you. So look to your right or look to your left, and you can get an instant fucking kill.
Nice.
That's all. Yeah. Jack Frags actually. Yeah, Jack Frags actually has he already has like a tips and tricks video out.
I'm waiting for the Raw Instinct version.
And
Raw Instinct.
But he's explaining a few things. Like one of them was the wall hanging and shit like that.
Yep.
It was just like explaining a few things and this and that. I'm like, you know what? I will have to use that if I ever play this game.
Yep.
I keep telling myself, I'm like, well, tonight there's no way I'm going to be playing. I've been up for over 24 fucking hours, and I can feel myself fading fast.
No, that probably won't work out good.
Yeah, me trying to play, I'd be like, fucking, hey, look, it's a drunk Titan. He's running into everything.
Yeah. Yeah, which was like me and Josh playing last night. It's funny, too, because you can always tell our progression, eh? We start off, we're getting like half-decent scores. We're like, oh, yeah, we're having fun, yeah. And then by the end of the night, before one of us just shuts the system off, we don't even say goodbye.
Josh is great for that, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I started doing it, too. Yeah. Because sometimes I have this feeling that if I said, okay, I got to hop off, he's going to just turn his Xbox off just so he left first.
Mm-hmm. Or
But
he'll
by
keep
the
you in
end of
the.
it, we were swearing and cursing and fucking head glitch with a Titan. What the fuck is this bullshit? And I'm just like, yeah. And then you think about it later, it's like, oh, I'm drunk. Oops.
Head glitching with a Titan. That's absolutely hilarious.
They do it.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know.
In fact, one of my like first 5 times dying when I turned the game on was a corner camper with a smart pistol. So I mean, like, there's going to be stuff in there that pisses people off. It's just the way it is. Right?
Yeah, well, it's how it is with any game, you know. And
Yeah.
you do have a lot of the COD community that came over as well.
Yes, I know, but you know what? Not all of them. Because, like, the first day I played it, I'm like, well, I'm going to plug, because I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, I got, like, that skipping noise, like, and then I'm back at dashboard.
Uh-oh.
It worked fine after that, but I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm going to put ghosts in, and I haven't tried this Ripper yet. And so I go in, and I'm just like, nope, we still got a bunch here. They're just halfway in between now.
Mm-hmm. Dude, that's the one thing I can honestly say. Like, unfortunately, I think the game itself caused there to be more camping. The second you die in 2 to 3 bullets
Yeah.
is the second everybody's going to start camping their little asses off.
Yeah, well, and plus, you know, because everybody wants their gold guns.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to do the leaning challenge. They're going to
Dude.
do the... Yeah. But,
Well,
I mean,
Pay
that...
attention- I don't pay attention to the challenges.
No, I
Don't even worry about
I
that
just
kind
buy
of stuff.
Space Cat's camel like everybody else.
I'll bring it back.
No, this new Call of Duty, I bought one camel because I thought... Because the way Twitter was going and everybody was bitching about, you know, pay for camels and all that shit. I'm like, I'm going to buy one just so when I run around, people are going to be like, oh my god, you paid for that? I'm like, yeah, it's cats. I don't even fucking like cats. And then I think I've put maybe an hour into Call of Duty since I bought it.
Yeah.
Well, like, I can't believe, like, people are running around with the characters that you can pay for, right?
Yeah.
They're dropping $4 a character.
Fuck, I am sore today. Holy shit, man.
Yeah. Like, I mean,
I don't
it's
wanna hear it.
probably...
Huh?
Turn this light on right here, maybe good.
What do you got there?
Uncrustable and
Show us.
Pepsi Complete.
Ooh.
Oh, his fucking
Look at
ankle.
that
Yeah.
ankle.
What the hell happened there?
It's so sexy.
Fuck.
Look at my toes.
Oh, dude.
That can't be good.
Tater, you broke something, dude.
Yeah, you fucked that shit up, man.
I can walk. I'm good.
How bad did you, like, what did you catch it? What did you do again?
Well, see, y'all probably didn't know this about me, but even though I'm only 5'7", I can jump really high.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I can. I was playing basketball, and I jumped up, smacked the ball out of the guy's hand as he's going for the goal, which is actually really cool. It was a really cool play until I came down. You know,
Yeah.
Oh.
when I came down, I caught either like the side of one of the other guy's foot, and it caused my foot to just kind of roll.
Oh, yeah. Because I'm like sitting there, I'm like, I broke my foot. It didn't even look that bad.
Yeah, something's wrong. I'm going to the doctor tomorrow. Something's not right for
Well-
it to have that much blood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I remember when I broke my foot. Hey,
I
I
just
didn't
saw
know
it come up
broken.
on the screen. Oh, that's gross.
Yeah, no, when I broke my foot, believe it or not, at karaoke. Well,
Karaoke.
they had all the cables running, like, you know, cables
okay.
this big around, running all over the floor. And so we picked Faith by George Michael, but of course we're drunk and pretending we're Limp Bizkit. So, you know, you got to do the jump when you scream Faith, right?
Mhm.
And
Jump.
same thing, I kind of rolled my ankle, like I landed on the side of my foot on one of those cords. And then they kept telling me I had to go home, and it was, you know, open bar staff party, so I wasn't leaving. I even, like, stood outside for a smoke and stood, like, on my broken foot, just it. And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, you're fine. So they finally sent me home. And my wife's like, you got to go to the hospital. I'm like, no, I don't. No, I don't. I go to bed. I wake up the next morning. And she's like, you ready to go to hospital yet? I'm like, no, I'm not. When it took me 20 minutes to hobble my ass from bed to the couch, I'm like, honey,
We're going to the hospital.
I think, I don't want to hear any shit about it, but I think you might be right.
Freedom Fry says it's rip tendons. I know, it's probably exactly right.
Yep, dude, that... Yeah, like I said, I know I broke and rolled mine, and I didn't,
My
I didn't get
question
all
is,
that.
are they going to be able to do anything about that, or are they just going to tell me keep putting it on ice and you know, put a boot on it or something? Because I mean, I can
No.
walk.
I'm going to ask a dumb question. Does it cost you money to go to the doctor? Even if they tell you to...
Because I'm an American, it costs us money. It cost me, technically, it cost me $400 a month. So yes, it's,
$400 a month?
yeah, for insurance.
Wow.
But that's for me and my kids.
Mm-hmm.
But still, wow.
It won't be that much. I hope not. Too long.
Going rate around here for a family is about 80.
Yeah, it's because healthcare is pretty much free there, isn't it, though?
Yeah, but you get what you pay for. That's the biggest thing I've heard is like, yeah, Americans have to pay for their health care. But it's so much better.
Oh, hell no. I can't be doing no 4 months in a cast. That ain't happening. I gotta work. They'll fire me.
Oh, jeez, yeah. I had to go job hunting with a cast on. I just stayed home.
I'm literally like, if you can't work and you're not already like tenured in there, they might let me go.
Yep.
Yeah.
That sucks.
But you don't want to fuck yourself up long term either.
Well,
Yeah,
no, but
this is true.
there's a way I can get around it.
Believe me, my brother shattered his ankle. All that jazz. He fucked himself over because he was babying it so much. Now he has a permanent fucking limp.
Yeah, no, all I get is pains when it's about to rain. I always thought people
I
were
get that in
bullshitting
my
about
hand.
that.
Have you iced it down at all?
Oh yeah, okay.
Okay.
I had a bucket full of ice and did it in ice and water, and then every night I wrap it all up in ice and go to sleep with it like that.
Well, how long ago
Wake
did
up
this
in the middle of
happen?
the night when water starts running on Monday.
Fuck, dude.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I don't know.
Monday just had a big old grapefruit-sized knot on the side of it, kind of like when I tore the ligaments in my left ankle. That's what it looked like. So I figured what I did.
Oh,
But
okay.
then, like in the next day, it didn't look any, different really. And then I went to work, and I had a boot on, like an actual work boot,
Yeah.
and sat there, and I kept it elevated all day as much as I could. And then came home and noticed there was a lot of bruising and stuff like that. And then just day by day, it's actually gotten darker and more.
Yeah, it's going to do that, though. I mean, you think about it, like...
My toe,
Yeah.
the toes is what flips me out, is because there's not really any bruising in between, like the top of my foot and the top of my toes. It's
Yeah,
kinda weird.
that looks...
I don't know if it's bruised underneath.
No, I
A little
didn't...
bit, but much.
Yeah, I was going to say it was more towards the top. You definitely did some fucking major damage there, buddy.
Yeah, you fucked something up, man. It does remind me of my one buddy's foot when I dropped a computer monitor on his foot. Now, these are not the flat screen.
The big old
Monitors.
box monitors, yeah.
Yeah, the ones that you almost need two people to move.
Mhm.
That's the
Oh,
weird
God.
thing now. Is like now when you move a TV, you just kind of pick it up by the handle with one arm.
Yeah, that's a funny thing. Like,
Like compared to those of us old enough who you had to phone a buddy so that you could, when your wife was rearranging the living room, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Dude, we had one. We actually just got rid of it right before Christmas. Probably around Thanksgiving, we had one that we finally just carted out to the fucking curb. And it was one of the old Sony fucking. The thing was like it was a 32-inch wide TV or the 32-inch screen. This thing was like probably like 4 feet fucking wide. Had the speakers on the side, the whole fucking nine.
Oh yeah,
It was in a fucking wedge, and that thing was heavier. I'm so happy I have a fucking dolly in the fucking house that I could cart it into the fucking garage and just pushed it down the fucking driveway and put it in the fucking into the curb.
yeah.
And wrote free TV still works with the remote on top of the TV, and it was gone within like 10 minutes. But
There
it was
you go.
funny as hell watching these people fucking try to take the thing. 'Cause it was these 4 little freaking Mexicans that had a Honda Civic, and they're trying to, like, it took 4 of them to pick it up and put it into the freaking back.
Yeah.
I'm
And
cracking
those
that
back
up.
doors don't like. Me
They
and the
don't
wife,
open
we
for
had
shit,
a
man.
we had a Volkswagen Rabbit for a little while, like one of the newer ones, and the best feature of that car was the 90-degree doors.
Mm-hmm.
Like the back doors actually opened up the whole way, and I'm like, why haven't cars been like this forever?
Yeah,
You know
dude,
what I
that's the
mean?
shit that drives me up a wall. It's like, oh, here comes the 945 into Tampa.
Yeah, somebody dropping a stealth bomber.
Yeah, dude, that's what first time I ever heard it. I was like, ducking. I'm like, oh yeah, it's a flight fucking path. Dude, when I lived in Pennsylvania, right, I was on direct, like we lived on Southwest's fucking flight because every time they fucking leave the fucking airport, when the when the freaking plane is, about 5 feet, it looks like it's 5 feet wide in the air.
No, yeah.
You're seeing that much of it, you're going, oh shit, please don't fucking drop an engine. Because some of those Southwest planes, before they revamped them, dude, it was still that old freaking brown, orange, and it was a light brown, orange, and the dark brown colors. And I'm like, when the fuck was that thing last serviced? That's a big fucking plane. I'm going to get Donnie Darko, aren't I? One of these times, I'm going to have a fucking airplane engine sitting in my bed. Oh, God. We flew on one of those down here on my sister's wedding. And my dad's like, so what century was this thing built? And the flight attendant's like, no, sir, we had our inspection recently. And he's like, he's like, what, did you guys get all the employees to come over and hold a freaking bolt in so it stayed together?
Yeah.
Oh, God. I was like, oh, man. Because, like, they open the fucking hatch, dude, and there's, like, rust all on the inside of the door. I'm like, I'm not taking a fucking... I was like, I am not anywhere near an emergency exit. Hell no. That's, like, why I'm like, you open that fucking door and the door falls the fuck off.
Yep.
You start laughing. I'm like, pretty sure I could spot some other rust spots all over this damn thing.
No. All I'm thinking about now is that George Carlin routine where he's like, and then you plan the escape route.
Yep.
I'm going to go around the big fat fuck, jump over the little kids, push the old lady out of the way, and get to safety where I could help others. Oh.
Oh, fuck, man. George Carlin. That's the one thing. You ever have a shitty day, just fucking pop in one of his fucking movies.
Oh, yeah. You know what pisses me off is he actually, like, I only remember it once in my lifetime after hearing of him. He was coming through Calgary, which is like 3 hours from me. But the problem is it's just far enough that I gotta take, depending on what job I was working. Because some jobs that I worked, you either took the whole day off or you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Because you'd have to go out on location. Like, there was no, I'm going to go to a doctor's appointment for an hour. No, you took the whole day off. So I would have to take 2 days off, right? 1 day to get up there.
One day.
Then, 1 day to get back and everything, right? And I'm like, nah, I just can't do this. It's going to cost me money. It's going to cost me money because I'm not making money. I'm like, I can't do it. I'll get him next time. And I think that was it was his last time anywhere near me before he died.
Oh, that sucks, dude.
I'm like, dude.
We got to see him live at Broadway, and that was a fucking pisser of a show.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, my God, dude. him, and I got to see Robin Williams was another one I got to see on Broadway as well. And that just oh my god. That was just absolutely fucking hilarious.
You know, one guy's whose stand-up routine just knocked the shit out of me because I didn't expect it was actually Bob Saget.
Dude, his shit's fucking hilarious. It's so raunchy, it's fucking wrong, but I love it.
There was that documentary that Penn and Teller did, The Aristocrats,
Mm-hmm.
right? And all of a sudden I heard Bob Saget talking on that. I'm like, this guy is the dirtiest fucker ever. I must look up more of this.
Yep. Once you see his freaking stand-up.
And they let him be in Full House?
Yeah, that's the funny thing. Like, that's
They let him be on the screen at the same time as the Olsen twins?
Yeah, could you imagine, like, you know, being the Olsen's dad? All right, quick, get him away from the creepy guy.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, no.
Who by
separate
today's...
change rooms.
Yes. It's like, of course, like, going by today's standards, he was gay.
Yeah.
I love it. He's like, I'm forever known as the gay guy in freaking Full House.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I liked it on Friends where they kept joking about that with Ross. Even Ross was sitting there going, ha ha ha, Ross is gay. Because the character they built, right, at the beginning of the show, nobody really thought about it as much as by the end of the show, right?
Yep. It's okay. I still question Bert and Ernie.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Watching Sesame Street with my kid and my two guys in the same bedroom.
In the bathtub.
In the bathtub. I'm like,
Rubber ducky.
yeah. I'm like,
Hey, Bert.
yeah, that
And you know Bert was the taker because he was always pissed off.
Yeah. It's Unibrow.
I love that.
Oh my god. That shit's just always, you know, it's always cracked me up, and I'm like, they're gay. They've got to be gay. And apparently,
Well, at one point, didn't they bring in?
they brought in a gay Muppet.
Yeah.
And
What?
Yeah, they brought in a gay Muppet. That flew over well like a fart in church.
Yeah.
And go
And then there was somebody on the show that was HIV positive.
Yeah,
too.
they did. Yeah, they did one.
Magic Johnson.
Yeah, that one. That one lasted like 2 months as well. And
I was
then,
watching the Flavor Flav roast,
Flavor Flav.
and the one guy says, "What happened to you? You look the way Magic Johnson should look."
yeah,
Like the jokes they told,
dude.
and
And
most of them I don't even feel right repeating.
you know what's funny though? You know who
I'm
does
gonna
a
have to
lot
go
of the-
watch it now.
You know who does a lot of the writing for that? Is Lisa Lampanelli,
Oh,
and
yeah.
she is
and
foul.
her shit is just so foul, and it's fucking hilarious and shit.
My favorite interview of hers was the one where she was gonna make it through Leno without getting bleeped once.
Yep.
Made it almost all the way. And like it
Almost
had to
all
be
the way.
pointed out, like, no, that one got bleeped. She's like, oh. Well, what was some of the other jokes on there? Like the one was like Ice-T. Ice-T is so old that the first thing he bought with his record deal was his freedom. Yeah. And like I say, there's a whole bunch of them that
Yeah, dude.
the
you're
white
just-
guy with no hair just doesn't feel right repeating.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Hey.
Trevor.
I think it's morning.
Well, it's morning for you. It's still evening for us.
Yeah.
What time is it over there?
It is 5 to 2 in the morning.
All right.
That's
it's
not bad.
yeah,
Not
it's
bad, eh?
yeah, it's just about 10 o'clock here.
Yeah. I have everything planned tonight. I thought I'll set the alarm. Didn't work.
Yeah, if I was actually, oh god, it sucked. I was actually getting tired. I've been up for another 24-hour fucking stint. Soon to be fucking, ugh.
Yeah.
I fucking hate this shit. And you know what? It's a mix. I've figured out what it is. It's like a mixture between the chemo, my painkillers, and my ADHD medicine. And if I take them all at the same time, which I was so used to doing in the morning, like whatever, take my pills in the morning, we're good to go. That's what's causing me to fucking be wide awake. So if I stagger it, I should be fine, is what my doctor's saying. He's like, try taking your ADHD stuff at night. He's like, that might, and I was like, look, because I'm thinking the whole time, like, great, I'm going to be wide fucking awake. And I did that 2 nights ago, and it actually worked. I was like, all right. And then was dumb enough the next morning, completely forgot that I took the ADHD medicine at night, popped another one in the morning. I was like, why do I feel so high? I'm all rocked out of my mind. I'm like, oh, this sucks. This is a bad idea.
Yeah.
I'm like, shit, my painkillers don't even do this to me. I'm like, did I drink something weird? And I went, oh shit, I just doubled up on my fucking one med that will cause me to feel like I'm high.
Oh.
Ooh. I feel bad because we just got you on and I'm actually fucking fading. Yeah, we're about to quit. I'm actually going to fucking cut it off at 10
I'm kind of sitting
o'clock.
there going, I'm gonna.
I'm fucking tired, dude. I'm not going to lie. I'm fucking beat.
Yeah.
I know. I'll actually get some sleep. I'll just go hop in the my problem is I'll go hop in a hot shower and I'll be wide fucking awake. Like, what the fuck?
A hot shower is one of the actual only things that will get me ready for bed. But literally one of the only ones. Either that or overdosing on coffee, as dumb as that sounds.
Yeah.
Overdosing on coffee.
How can you?
I was a coffee shop bum. We sat there drinking coffee for 6-7 hours straight, and then I'd go home and just pass right out. But if I only had a few cups, I'd be up all night. So I don't know if that's a clinical thing or whatever, but if I drank enough coffee, I could sleep. But I had to be 2 or 3 pots.
I think the funniest thing was today. I'm in radiation and they don't want you to move. And if you ever notice when you start to fall asleep, sometimes your body twitches.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude, my legs started twitching. And the lady's like, "You okay?" I'm like, "I keep falling asleep." And she's like, she's like, "Your brain's sending out the signals to make sure you're still alive and not dead. That's how much was deep sleep." And I was like, "Yeah, I fell asleep for 15 minutes while they did the whole fucking drill today."
Holy.
Oh, you'd think that'd be ideal, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Well, dude, the lights go out instantly. The second she turns the machine on, the lights fucking go out. And I'm like, all right.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I don't understand how you can sleep through, because you hear the machines like, wah, 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 wah. And then it moves, and you hear it fucking whirring. It's like, whirr, clack. Wah, 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 wah. I'm like, all right. Because I was awake for it yesterday, and today my arms were, I'm like, she's like, you were snoring the whole night. I'm like, yeah, I was comfy.
Yeah.
I was like, I took me a 15-minute power nap, and I was good to go. And then 10 minutes before we started the podcast, I'm like, oh, I'm fading. I'm going to try to stay up as long as I can. And 2 hours is, I think, my max.
So you're doing radiation treatments as well as chemo now?
Yeah.
Oh, blimey.
Yeah, every day at 2:15 I get my fucking radiation done. At least I have the weekend off, which is nice.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest with you, dude. I gotta hop off before I pee my pants.
All right. Well, how about
I
this?
mean, it might be a good rating spike, hop to a minute 47, watch Johnny piss himself, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually
All
just
right.
going to end this thing right now.